the hope for me is that people who follow this channel and are obsessed with dubstep do at least branch out to, every now and then to hear some other genres of bass music. Without further ado, here we go. New EP from Akeos. First EP of 2021, I think I'm right in saying. Material is the EP. No collaborations here. 4 songs, nearly 14 minutes long. A relatively quiet year so far for Akeos. A couple of collaborations here and there, and notably Lolo K. Also on the new Lost Lands lineup for this year, 2021. Super happy about that. They've been making some of the most out there, ambitious, well-produced dubstep music of the last year and a half, 2 years. So massive fan, absolutely massive fan of Akeos. And I'm about to dive in right here to a new EP. Please do keep chatting away, I love it. But just don't say what happens. Oi! Fucking hell! Oh. Oi, oi! Aye, aye, aye. Shitting hell. Fucking hell. The production, it just fucking sears into your mind. Splits your fucking skull in half like, Jesus Christ. Fuck. Have you ever seen that? Have you seen the Gordon Ramsay First We Feast episode where he's just going, shit, shit, shit. That's how I feel right now. I'm just trying to get the spice out of my fucking mouth like, fuck. I mean, the idea wasn't like the most inventive thing I've ever heard, but just the production, the sound usage, fucking hell. Damn. Oh my god, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. I feel like a malfunctioning robot right now. Oof. Does anyone watch RuPaul's Drag Race? What's the season that Gigi Good is on? Is it season 11? But anyway, in the Snatch game, she impersonates a robot, and I felt like that robot when I was hearing that. I was malfunctioning, I was twitching, I was fucking going into overdrive, I was like, steam coming out of my ears, out of my head, just everything was kicking off. Everything was kicking off, but I'm kind of just taken aback by the sharpness of that production. Let's not beat around the bush. That is not the most inventive that Akeos has been. The ideas weren't amazing, but the sound construction, the arrangement, the sharpness of the production, it just keeps you locked in. It keeps your attention for the whole thing. There's hordes of music out there, thousands of tunes that have that similar kind of approach, but it takes a particular skill to keep you locked in for the whole thing. And I got the first taste of that with Akeos, I think, properly with the collab with Jewel, which is so drawn out and so long, but for the whole thing you just feel like you're in it, you feel like you're a part of it. The vocal sample that we got as well just before each drop was fantastic. The transitioning between every section is spot on. Again, the arrangement, the bringing together of all these sounds, it isn't Akeos quite in full flow conceptually, I wouldn't say, but production wise, I mean, you're locked in from the very first second. It's mad. Moving on, we have Blood Material. Aye. Oh, so incisive. Ugh. Hey. I feel attacked. The production's so good that I feel like it's just like it's a selection of lasers just, yeah, firing them beams right through your eyes and coming out the other side, and you know, you got no chance of living basically. There's no escape. I'm feeling frazzled. There's no words for that level of sharpness with the design. Hey. Oh. Oh, yeah. Ay, fuck. Not gonna lie, still waiting for, I think, properly out there, ambitious, like very super catchy idea. I don't think we've got that yet, halfway through. You know, there are bits here and there to kind of hang on to, but the main thing, undeniably, just the bringing together of different sounds here, and the production, of course, I mean, goes without saying by this point, just super sharp, refined. The vocal sampling, again, very good. Am I getting a super inventive vibe from it? I wouldn't say so quite yet. It depends, as always, what you're looking for. If all you need is just a super punchy, thick, mechanical, industrial, and quite thinned out, this one actually, in comparison with the first one. Just got more of a thinned out feel to it, a bit more on its feet, a bit dainty, which is cool. I enjoyed that. And I also enjoyed the change in snare from one drop to another. Gave the second drop, in comparison with the first one, just a bit more of an expansive feel. It wasn't perfect for me, but it was a good switch up, I think, for that alone. Not a straightforward idea, by no means saying that. Like, again, the dynamic between sounds and the way that each new thing just completely, you know, takes your attention in a completely different direction when it comes in is amazing. The way that these sounds are brought together is first rate. Oh, they've all got material, just realised that. But yeah, fibre optic material. Okay.
Fiber optic.
Wee. Oi. Yeah, not quite as loud and in your face, this one, but I like it. You know, quite a cutesy flow to it, a bit bubbly, a bit colourful, just quite fun, quite joyous, and I'm liking that. Probably my favourite idea so far, I would have to say. Let's got a lovely little jovial flow and bounce to it, which is quite infectious. I'm liking that. Oi! 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 Ooh, yeah. Oh dear, oh dear. Robo Gun Fingers, yeah. I think gonna have to be my pick so far. Enjoyed just the overall atmosphere of it, the fun vibe. You know, still quite dark at its core. Yeah, just a nice kind of bop and a flow to it, which I enjoyed. First half in particular, well, the first drop, sorry, in particular, yeah, just had a very just had a super nice vibe and a bit of a change from what we got in the first two, which was welcomed. And then I like how it kind of just unleashed, or was unleashed, sorry, in a more industrial technological way in the second half as it went on. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it boils down to, that one. And the production, I think the production maybe not being quite as 100% on point in this one, you know, not quite as super refined as with the first two. I think that kind of worked for it because it didn't feel quite as full on, quite as glaring in the outlay and the overall delivery execution. But moving on, we now have the closer, Health. What does that remind me of? Do 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 do. It really does remind me of something. This melody's good. This part of the melody's good. There were parts of the build and the introduction where it just felt a little bit aimless with the melodic aspect of it. Maybe felt like it was just trying to draw that section out a bit. The original part of that introduction, the fantastic. That was absolutely sick and probably one of my favourite sections of the whole EP, if I'm being honest. Just a little ingenious moment there. The drops, I must admit, I wasn't that enthralled by. They came across to me as just fine. I just feel like Akeos has got a level above that, you know, way above that in terms of making super ambitious, inventive drops. Again, the production good, but it was lacking a little spark, a little moment that was just going to make me want to go back to it again and again. Rounding up here, Material EP, I think good. A good, solid EP. Main takeaways for me would have to be the production. The production is absolutely first rate. Front to back, even in the fibre optic one, where it feels maybe a bit more jagged, a bit more distant, not quite as at the forefront. And also in Health, to an extent as well, not quite as shiny and industrial, mechanical, all of that. Even then, it still sounds fucking incredible, and all the elements just working together so well. The vocal sample usage is sensational, in particular for me in the first two. The layering here, and again the arrangement, kind of an extension of that point, but once more, front to back, incredible. Whether there are that many ideas here that I'm feeling properly grabbed by so far, I'm not entirely sure. Fibre optic for me was a nice bit of fun, and I like how that was unleashed in a more kind of industrial way as it went on. But it does feel a little bit for me as if there's quite a reliance on the production and the arrangement overall, when maybe a bit more invention, a bit more kind of moments of ingenuity are needed throughout the EP, just to provide those little snippets, those little moments that are going to be like, you know, stuff that's going to stick in your head and make you want to go back to them again and again. The ideas are good, don't get me wrong. Like, Akeos has a standard that is here when the majority of dubstep is like here. So from here, I'm just looking for stuff that's really going to wow me and like take me aback on the invention front, because everything else is just top tier, like top notch. Every other factor, every other element. It may take a couple more listens for me, but at the moment, yeah, that would be my thoughts on that one. New EP from Akeos on Never Say Die material. Decent stuff.